All right. Today we have Brad. Thank you so much for hopping on. Appreciate you.
Oh, no problem at all.
Awesome. So, yeah, tell the people what you do, where you're located, and yeah, what you have to offer.
I own Coyote Color Custom Stickers and Decals. We're located in the East Valley, Queen Creek area. We specialize in custom stickers, decals, and then we also do banners and yard signs as well. And we expand into other print products per our customers' needs as well.
Let's go. How long you been at that for?
I've been doing it for over 21 years now in total. I sold my previous business after 19 years, which was a full service, large format print and sign shop. And now I've gone to specializing in the stickers, banners, and posters here at Coyote Color. And Coyote Color's been around for, I think, 13 months now, so just over a year.
Let's go. I love it. And so I know when we found each other, what specifically have you learned from Pluto Labs and joining the program to what you didn't know before?
So you and I talked before, like I was kind of doing the DM thing myself, a little bit, just hitting people up, and I call it like door knocking on Instagram, in a real rudimentary way. And then I felt like I needed to kind of expand it and scale it and find the proper way to do it. And I had a couple people that I followed on Instagram who were using your system. Um, so I called you, and what I've learned is how to perfect that system and really how to streamline it, how to use Instagram to, I guess, grow your entire business. My businesses literally exist on Instagram because of Instagram now. And it just goes everywhere from creating content to sending DMs to closing sales. I've learned a lot about closing, something I never had to do before. I was in the wholesale business. Um, and then uh, I guess there's still, for lack of a better word, still so much I can do with it, like retargeting ads and all that stuff. So sorry for the long-winded answer.
No, you're good. I love it. What like numbers wise, I know we just talked about it, but what have you spent total and top line gross? What has that returned?
We spent just over 1,600 in ad spend since August 15th, and it's now October 13th. So in 2 months, we spent $1,600 in ad spend. We have grossed over 30,000, and it was probably net right between 20 and 22. Um, and we haven't, again, I need to uh, reiterate that we don't use the system to its full ability. I'm, essentially like a two-man show here. We're getting extremely busy on the production side. We could easily quadruple that, I bet.
What I love you told me about earlier is how, yeah, your customer retention is what, 95% you said?
At
90.
least 90, I'd probably say 98 at this point. Um, just yeah, all return clients. We have them weekly. We have, some that are every week, some that are every 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been awesome. So we're getting quality customers that, we see them in our content, we see them watching our stories all the time. It's kind of it's like the crowd, right? You become like with this little network of people, and it just kind of grows and spider webs out, and then we get referrals from them and vice versa. So it's a cool little community that you build within your Instagram account.
Love that. What's and what is the typical like industry standard? Do you know for retention? Is it roughly like I know you said that one guy was like 10%, which is
Yeah,
terrible, but
it's
what?
yeah, he had the 10% mark, and it depends like if you classify yourself in the e-commerce space or the local space. Um, e-commerce, I think it's only in like 40s probably, a lot of lot leader stuff. But local business, I would say retention's probably around 70 to 75. And we're not brick and mortar either. That's another thing that it should be even harder for us to have retention. And not being a true brick and mortar business, we're retention through the roof. So a lot of our customers we don't see. Technically, they're local, but we ship out their products. They can live 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, and we'll still ship to them. So we are essentially operating from an e-commerce platform with a lot of these customers and still getting that high retention rate, which is cool.
What do you think? What do you think has led to that? I mean, I know you mentioned content, the stories, everything you've implemented so far, but what specifically, or is it that? Do you think that's besides the product? Obviously, you have an amazing product, and the best marketing is having an amazing product. And then when you pour more ad spend on top of that, it's just you're letting more people know about the best pizza in the world, right? So, what do you
Yep.
think specifically you have from a marketing standpoint now that you've kind of built a brand that maybe other clients like you in your industry don't?
Social proof. It's something that you speak of a lot, and that's the basis of the program, right? Is creating social proof, and we create, social proof daily via stories, via content. I feel like customers before we even work with them, they already have trust in us and they somewhat feel like they know you. And that's just by via variety of content. Our content is not necessarily only like making stickers and stuff all the time. My kids will be in it, my family will be in it. We'll be out and about a little bit here and there, and I think that is a huge factor in making people comfortable doing business with you. Before they even do business with you, they feel like they know you. You then do business with them, offer great customer service, offer a great product, continue pushing out that content to them. Then they almost view you like a friend in a way. You have a relationship. You could DM back and forth, whether it might not even be about business, or you comment on their stories, they comment on yours. I have multiple customers like that, and just creates relationships. And I feel like that's the biggest factor. And I talk to my wife about it all the time, and it's like that's what makes the social scaling system work so well, is the
Why?
fact that
I,
connection that you can make with the customer.
Amen. Well, that's why too. Like everybody watching this, like Brad's actually implement. Like he's crushing it. He's posting on a story. You're posting content. You show up to the calls we have. Like you're actually implementing everything instead of just like because you could you could buy whatever course program, but if you don't do anything, it doesn't matter. You don't learn anything, right? I bought the Hermosi books and I'm just now reading them, and it was that was like 6 grand or something. So it's like, but you're actually implementing everything. So honestly, just I want to say kudos to you for taking that step and actually following everything. So
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's,
yeah,
again, we haven't even tapped into it, though. I have to stress that out. Like, we get busy. We're small businesses. Like, I could use this system. Like there's 75% of it I haven't used. I probably am using 25% of the system right now. And it's that successful, like for us. It's been, just killer. And I could use that 25% for, I think, forever at this point. Um,
right,
and still be, and still have crazy amount of success. So, as we grow and use more of the system and expand it, it's only going to get better.
totally. Because now you've learned at least the main part of it, where it's like you have that skill for life, whether it's
You
this
get the
business or another
foundation.
business. Right,
I
right,
feel
right,
like
right.
you have a solid foundation, but do so much more within the Instagram platform to,
Totally.
succeed. So
Totally.
cool.
If someone's watching this right now and they're on the fence, they're like, "Oh, I don't know, if I should work with them or not." Like, what would you say to that person who's kind of on the fence of everything right now?
I would say do your research, obviously, right? Talk to Tyler, at least like give him a call. Tyler's awesome. He'll chop it up with you about your business and let you know if it's going to be a fit for you, if he thinks it's going to be a fit. Um, my biggest thing is if you know you have to do something, do it. I had never marketed before, and I knew that I was kind of stuck in a place, and I needed to do something. And Tyler wasn't the only person I talked to. Um, I talked to one other person before I talked to Tyler in the same a local guy in the same business, and I was like immediately out. And not to say bad things about that person, I just wasn't in. And then I talked to you, and I was in immediately. So I think you just got to give them a call. You got to see the results too. Look at the customer testimonials; like they're real. I went off of, I mean, Andy the pressure washer is the one who got essentially, and I didn't even talk to him about it. I just
Yeah,
saw what he was doing. I was watching his content go crazy. I was watching his followers go crazy, and I was like, what is he, like doing? And then I saw Tyler post something with Andy, and then I gave you a call. So I mean, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. It's there. And I would just tell anybody, you got to make the jump. It's
totally.
it's a game changer.
I appreciate that. As an entrepreneur, what's one tip of advice you'd give to somebody out there? I mean, you've even exited a business, which is super impressive. What's one tip of advice you'd give to any entrepreneur watching this right now who, maybe they're feeling stuck or they don't know what to do or just in life? Like, what's like your number one tip you'd give after growing a successful business and now running a new one that you would give to that person?
Consistency is number one, and I know it's like you see it everywhere. It's just outlasting the competition, and I've started to really like. I've been doing business for over 20 years now, and I'm really starting to see things differently with this business in the last year. And it's just be consistent in everything that you do, from customer service to production to quality to marketing to advertising. If you're just consistent with it and just outlast the competition, that's
Totally.
really all you have to do is just be there more than they are. Um, and you'll be successful. I think that's just consistency, consistency, consistency
I love
is
that.
what I would
Yeah.
say.
I think the quote's like, it's not about doing the big things occasionally. It's about doing the small things consistently or something like that.
Yeah,
But
like that. It was like Warren Buffett when he talks about like the stock market and how to build wealth. He just calls the stock market the transfer of wealth from the impatient to the patient, right?
right,
And that's something I like a couple years ago heard, and it sticks with me, every single day. And it applies to business. Just be
yeah,
patient with your business, and it's like a stock, right? You're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs, but just stay with it, stay consistent, hang in there, and you'll outlast whoever outlasts the competition is going to survive and
I
thrive.
love it. I love it. I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much. Where can people find you at right now? They want to go to the best sticker guy in town and nationwide. How can people find you?
Oh, best place at Coyote Color Co on Instagram, at Coyote Color Co on TikTok, and then coyotecolor.com. And we also have coyotecolorco.com as well. But Instagram, first and foremost.
Let's go. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Of
Oh, no problem. Thanks for everything, Todd.
course.